Good day everyone and welcome to SCP Illustrated, entry log 79. Something a little bit different today, we'll be looking at an SCP idea that never actually made it. This will be presented in the same format as the SCP classes and threat level videos, so with all that in mind, let's get into this. The following data release has been authorised by the following council members and administration staff. So, in 2013, an SCP Wiki user by the username ToadKing put forward the idea of an SCP field code to be used by the mobile task forces, an unspoken code used to relay information between one team to another. He argued that with so many MTF agents going missing in alternate realities and to unknown threats in the field, they needed a way of alerting the next MTF team to what was going on in that area at that moment. This would quickly inform MTF teams to any dangers or situations, better preparing them to deal with them. The idea was born out of the hobo signs phenomena. Homeless people would mark certain areas with chalk symbols that would indicate things such as free handouts, police patrol the area and watch out for the dogs, etc. Sadly, this idea was never implemented into practice amongst the MTF, but the symbols still remain to this day on the old SCP forum. Now, I find them fascinating, and with that in mind, I wanted to bring them all to you. Now, while they did not become one of the MTF practices, they did become part of something. I will talk about that at the end. In the meantime, here are the SCP MTF symbols as designed by ToadKing. The Foundation has been here. This area or location has been previously explored by MTF operatives. Unsafe place. This area is not safe for MTF operatives to be. This area should be avoided. If unavoidable, extreme caution must be taken to avoid unnecessary risk or injury. Space distance distortion. Local topography is unstable. Depth perception is unreliable. Both are subject to radical changes. Do not follow the little girl. Do not make physical contact. MTF operatives are to avoid all forms of physical contact with the object or entity. Physical contact may cause unpredictable results including displacement, disease, mutation, or even death. Danger on the other side. Unspecified hostile threats are present on the opposite side of this structure or surface. Rooms move, area changes. Local topography is subject to change. Maps and standard navigation procedures are non-viable. Do not make eye contact. MTF operatives are not to make eye contact with any entity. Hostile being. A hostile entity has been identified in this location. MTF operatives are to proceed with extreme caution. Stay together. All MTF operatives must stay in groups, no fewer than 2 people to a group. Get out fast. All MTF units are to immediately retreat to a safe location. Missing in action or killed in action MTF operatives are to be abandoned. Safe place to rest. MTF operatives are safe to rest and check equipment. Equipment failure. A property of the location is causing equipment failure. This could include communications, GPS, firearms, etc. Check each one in turn frequently and report any failures to command. If command is unreachable due to communication failure, inform the team captain or commander. Stay in the light. MTF operatives are to stay in the light at all costs. Use of additional light sources to increase the amount of light are encouraged. Stay in the darkness. Stay in the darkness at all costs. All light sources are to be extinguished where possible. Depending on the situational definition of darkness, infrared night or thermal vision optics might remain a viable option. Don't give up. Surrender or lack of willpower will not herald a positive outcome. MTF operatives are to continue on mission. It is not human. The entity you have encountered or are yet to encounter is not of human origin. Use caution. Guns are no good. Standard firearms are not viable as a suitable weapon for this situation or encounter. Seek alternate weapons or refrain from engaging the subject. Team member vanished here. An MTF operative disappeared in this location. Proceed with caution and stay vigilant. Voices heard here. Unidentified voices were heard in this location. Cannot be damaged. The entity or object cannot be damaged by any known means. Someone else is here. An unidentified entity exists in this location. Proceed with caution. Hostile environment. The local environment is hostile towards human life. Extreme caution is advised. Do not look away. A direct line of sight must be maintained with the object or entity at all times. MTF operatives are to inform one another when they are breaking eye contact with the subject. Team member killed. An MTF operative was killed in this location. Contact lost with command. All contact with command has been lost at this point. MTF captains and or commanders are to assume full mission command until contact with central command has been re-established. Proceed with caution. The area ahead might pose a threat to MTF operatives. Do not trust them. MTF operatives may be experiencing cognitive impairment. MTF operatives are advised to disregard any instruction or vocalization not coming from another MTF operative or a secure channel with mission control. If MTF operatives cannot make a distinction between mission control and the false mission control, operatives are to disregard mission control instructions and the team commander or captain will assume the mission command responsibility. Breach. An SCP has breached containment, or this surface needs to be breached in order to continue. Symbols have been compromised. MTF operatives are to disregard any and all field code symbols. You are being watched. MTF operatives are being watched, monitored, or studied. Pray while shooting. MTF are to pray while engaging hostile entities. Alternate reality entered. MTF operatives have entered a reality different from our own. Operatives are advised to ensure a feasible method of returning to our own reality and to proceed with caution. Not hostile if left alone. MTF operatives are not to provoke or interact with the object or entity. MTF operatives are to leave the object or entity undisturbed and continue on mission. Do not fall asleep here. MTF operatives are to not rest or sleep in this location. Proceed to or retreat to a safe location to rest or sleep. SCP subject last seen here. The subject was last seen in this location. MTF operatives are to report this to Central Command and continue on mission. Room clear. This room has been cleared of threats or anything of interest by previous MTF operatives. Does not stay dead. The life form is either immortal, indestructible, or will reanimate at an unknown time. MTF operatives are to remain on high alert. Stay quiet. MTF operatives are to cease all verbal communication with each other and command. MTF operatives are to maintain noise discipline at all times. Hand gesture commands are the only approved form of communication. The local environment is to be observed for signs of possible audible disturbances. For example, debris, leaves, rocks, etc. Do not be taken alive. If escape becomes impossible, or being taken alive poses a threat to other MTF operatives or the well-being of the MTF agent or humanity in general, MTF operatives are instructed to terminate themselves and each other if necessary. So as I said, these symbols were not taken further as part of the MTF program sadly, but they were taken forward and adapted as symbols to be used in the Wanderer's Library, which is attributed to the Serpent's Hand, which is a group of interest to the SCP Foundation. Now I don't have the time to go into all of that, but in a nutshell, the Serpent's Hand believed that the world should know about the anomalies in life instead of locking them up. They often clash with the Foundation and the GOC from time to time, and the Wanderer's Library is where they store all of their knowledge. In the SCP tale Lessons Learned, the SCP Foundation conducted a raid on that library with mixed results. Some MTF came out 13 days later, but decades had passed for them. Others came out unable to recount what even happened, and others described creatures and shelves warping and changing before their eyes. These are the symbols from the library. I will leave links to all the relevant follow-up documents in the comments section for you all to look at and read further if you wish. And that concludes this little video looking at the MTF field code proposal. Let me know below what you thought of the idea and whether you think it should be reconsidered and what ones you might add on. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Next time will be SCP-1689, also known as the Bag of Holding Potatoes. Be sure to join the Twitter and the Facebook for video updates, and if you can't wait that long, then why not join the Patreon? You get early video access, exclusive sketches and videos, the Patreon gallery, your name in every video, audio collaboration opportunities, and so much more. And thank you to Generals Alert, Andy, Curva Gaming, Christopher, Bentley, Michael, Leppy, JT Walker, Cherryberry, SCP-106A, Rick Trexon, Mori Pasta Pizza, Adro Figenz, Sambi, Sugarfree Shane, and Kavamaram. Big thanks to Psycho, Jet E-Boy, Mr. Fishy, Crystal Spice, Dr. Weaker, and Montgomery. And huge thanks to Dan Merrill. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.